me on the spot. You're supposed to be in charge. I'm taking the back seat.
You're not. You're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the driver's seat of the videos. Guys. It's a fiddle fart day.
It's a pretended spring cleaning day.
Yeah. We're just gonna not have seasons anymore. We're just gonna call them by the dates. Months.
Not even.
May. It's May cleaning. Doesn't matter. It's not actually spring.
It's like 45 out in May.
And windy.
That's ridiculous. It's not even like close to being okay.
So guys, we're doing a fiddle fart day. I just cleaned all my maple syrup buckets. Jen's been getting out her solar lights.
Cleaning out the flower beds.
Yep, and I found some fertilizer that we got from you guys. I don't know who sent it because there was no tag in there, but we got some powder fertilizer. Jen will show it to you here. We got our drill bit from Christy last year. I'm going to drill some holes around my fruit trees, and we're going to put a little bit of this azomite. Power Grow. It says 1 tablespoon per gallon pot, but we're going to put it around the trees and anything we want to grow. This came about the time we were doing, pruning the trees, so we assumed it was for the trees. So
I feel like somebody mentioned it in the comments, but we get so many comments, it's hard to like go back and find something like that.
So thank you, whoever sent this, and we're gonna put it to use. Now that it's starting to warm up, all my trees, there are a few of my trees are dead, again, so maybe this will help getting them some nutrients. But they are starting to sprout a little bit. But I got some crap I gotta get into the junk truck that we're gonna take to the dump.
It's got a lot of stuff in it.
There's not as much stuff in here, but there's a bunch of stuff that is not ideal. We got a lot of glass from broken windows. We got all the windows out from our for our greenhouse, and we had a few broken ones. Now we got a few more. Can't burn glass windows. So we have never made a trip to the dump, so we're gonna do it this year at some point.
Sooner than later.
I don't have any insurance or plates on this truck yet, so that's a 5-minute job. Somebody in the comments said I should get rid of this truck. It's one of our usual, I can't remember who it was, Junior or David Patrick maybe. Somebody said we should get rid of this truck. I said, well, this truck doesn't cost me anything. It cost me $50 a month for insurance, and it costs like $10 a month for the plate. So it takes a lot of pressure off of my new truck. So every mile that I don't drive that truck, or that I drive this truck, I don't have to drive that truck. That makes the warranty last longer, and makes that truck last longer. So anyway, but I do agree, there is a point where you have to get rid of stuff. But I don't think it's time for this truck to go bye-bye yet. I think she's got some life left in her. I just got to get all this crap out of it. So, anything else? Let's go fertilize some fruit trees.
There's some azomite or azomite or however you say that. I used that drill last year when I planted my irises, and they are all maybe growing.
Cool.
We'll see if they bloom this year.
This is an old crappy drill, so we'll use this. This is the one I kind of burned out. Stirring up concrete and masonry cement. Put this back with this truck. I don't want to have this in the new truck while it's at the shop and need it. Alright, let's get something done. Go over to the food plot first, maybe?
Sure.
Like entirely crushed. Jen reminded me that we need to fertilize our blueberries, so we saved the last quarter of a bag.
Got some that are still alive.
Got a few survivors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What's this one?
This one too. This one's got green. That one's got some leaves on it.
Yeah.
All of these ones do. Give them a little life. Weed around them and see if we can get them to come back alive.
Potash, calcium, magnesium, chlorine, and sodium.
It comes from something in Utah. It says online. Azomite is a natural volcanic ash mineral product mined in Utah, used as a soil amendment to remineralize depleted soil and improve plant growth, yields, and flavor. It contains over 70 trace minerals, is OMRI listed for organic production, and will not burn plants.
100% natural. Yep. Put it in a little hole above each plant, so as the water, as water flows down the hill over these plants, it pushes it towards the roots. So hopefully that's good. I didn't spread it on the top because I didn't want it to all get washed away.
So we'll see how it does.
Yep. See if it brings these. Some of these blueberries are actually decent size up here. I just have never pruned them, so maybe we should prune them this year. Maybe we should have pruned them a month ago, but there's a lot of dead branches, just like a tree.
Pull away all the grass.
Yep.
Put some mulch down.
Thank you very much.
Whomever sent it to us, please take credit in the comments. Not everybody though, because you all didn't send it.
Don't you be a fibber. Alright guys, I spared you. I didn't spare you the whole process, but here we go. Here's my bucket cleaning processing plant. 40 lids, 40 buckets. So each washed by hand. A little bit of Dawn dish soap and the hose. Lots of buckets. So they've all been out for a couple hours after I washed them now, so they should all be dry, but they gotta go in the shed. Then we're gonna go do something fun. I don't know what yet.
Now this all goes back in the shed down.
Yeah. It's kind of the whole point of a sugar shack is you're supposed to store all your sugar and stuff in it too. So I'm already replanning.
Look at all that.
My favorite colors, red, white, and blue. Look at them all.
You should have all red, white, and blue buckets, but you messed it up and you got green too.
Well, you know, we buy what is a good deal, but we also started doing this when the world was a little more difficult and everything was at a shortage. Remember, you couldn't even buy buckets.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like everybody says, why do you do this? Why do you do that? Well, like even our solar panels, like our little 100 watt ones, those were the only ones that were available when we started doing it. So it's like there's multiple reasons, but that was a big reason. couldn't find anything. That's why plus we just keep getting bigger and bigger with everything. Except for our subscribers. You guys need to share our videos with some people. Either that or we just have to start doing some stuff that isn't so boring. But, you know, I just like to show what we're doing. So, anyway. I'm going to have to come back up for those barrels, I think, anyway, unless they fit in the back. See.
Might need to do this. Jay's got a full load.
Oh, there's room for this in here.
Don't lose any of them.
Yeah.
Get them all dirty.
Slow and steady. Alright, guys. Buy buckets. Now I got my lean-to next to my mini cabin cleaned out finally. For the most part. Doing some major spring cleaning, guys. Spring purge and spring reorganization because things are getting a little out of hand around here. So when you can't take anything in or out of the property easily or from the cabin easily, for almost 5.5 months via truck, stuff gets a little hectic. I'm gonna blame it on that. I take Jenny back and forth from the truck to town and back, but that's a pain in the butt too. Just leave her here. Alright guys, a shed I shall go. How's my puppies? Timber right in the way. Timber, come here. Darky dog. Oh, almost took out the tripod. Where am I going here? Alright guys, I was gonna make you an exciting video coming up the next few days. First outing with the camper, but the new truck camper. But my truck is in the shop. I mentioned that in the last video probably, and it's downstate right now. And I can't use my camper without that truck, so I guess I'm going simple. I guess I'm crashing in the cabin with my brothers. So I was just gonna give it its first outing, you know, give it its maiden voyage and see what we need. And I got the propane all ready and got everything but the water set up. I got the propane, but I haven't put it back in the camper yet. So did a lot of stuff to prep for it, and then the truck ended up, you know, I could go get it, but it'd be literally like 2 days of driving to go get it instead of just going to my brother's. So I don't know. Maybe if I got a rainy day, I'll go get it. But I'm trying to keep the miles off that truck too, because I've been driving it a lot. So anyway, found a few things for the camper in the shed. Look at this. Found us a broom, so that's good. And then I found this. I was gonna have Jenny buy one of these, and then there was one in the shed. That's the problem with buying all kinds of useful stuff. Look, this is probably not for a camper, but if I put this flat on the bumper of the back of the camper, it should be able to tell me front and back level with everything, I hope. You know, so I've seen the little round ones where the bubble's got to be in the middle, but this is the same concept. You know, right, left, or front, back. So anytime less stuff to buy is good. Makes you feel not so bad about having so much stuff around. But I covered up the snowmobiles for the winter. You know, we're gonna try to get. I had a local guy that we met at the dealership a couple years ago that does excavating. He's gonna come out, and I think we're gonna start clearing a spot for some kind of pole barn, smaller storage barn. So that will probably be in the next few weeks. So we got a lot of stuff going on this summer. Gonna build something down here at camp finally, outdoor kitchen, and water improvement. So that's the primary 3 things. So anyway, Jen's probably wondering where I'm at. We're gonna go have some fun with the puppies. So let's get going. I'm gonna get going. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. We'll see you guys in a future video. Best wishes.